Hello and welcome to the Southeast Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Saturday, February 5th, as presented by National Weather Service Pocatello. This is what you'll see in this briefing. We have high pressure to the west. That's been a very stagnant pattern for almost a week now. That will keep airflow coming from the north. That means temperatures will stay cold even for this time of year. Storm track comes from interior Canada, so any low pressure that moves through the area is mostly staying actually east of the Rockies and has very little available moisture with it, since it's coming from interior Canada where there really isn't a source like the Pacific Ocean. And this will lead to the stagnant conditions, including that influence, leads to freezing fog and valley stratus, which seems to be never ending at this point. There is a weak low that's expected to move. It's moving through right now. Will move through completely by the early evening hours. This will bring some light snow in addition to what already has fallen. However, we're not expecting any significant wind with this low. And the next chance for snow on Monday night, and again, some light snow on Tuesday night. All right, so here's the latest satellite image. You can see as the cirrus clears here in the later end of this loop that there are these light blue clouds. That is fog and stratus. You can see it's, at least for this morning, it is currently in the north end of the valley. It has reached the Idaho Falls area, and I would say anywhere in that area you could have some black ice development, and that's the main concern for this morning. So for the rest of the week, again, the chance of snow will tail off in the morning for the southeast highlands and the Montpelier-Preston area. And the chance of snow will continue in the eastern highlands. That will go all day, and it will go into the evening hours. Very little happening on Sunday, and then on Monday night, you can see that the light snow is limited to just the Lemhi County area. And then on Tuesday night's snow, it's all the eastern highlands and then Lemhi County once again. These areas are typical in the kind of flow we have to be the best exposed to snow accumulation with winds out of the north and northwest. All right, so here's a surface weather depiction showing where the snow will be during the day today. And you can see it does focus on the eastern highlands there, but it's not very much. So here's the snowfall up until 5 a.m. this morning. Since midnight, you can see it's just spotty showers in this light blue color, which means it ranges anywhere from trace to 1 inch. And if you see that it's reading 0, that essentially means trace, and it's rounded off to the nearest inch, which means this has got to be 4/10 of an inch or less, with 5/10 rounding up to an inch. So there's almost no place where it's accumulating to half an inch or even that much during this time frame, and that continues into the late morning hours. And for the afternoon, it tails off a little bit, and then there's a little bit of a resurgence here during the early evening, but it's mostly, again, in these eastern highlands. In fact, there's nothing going on here in the central Idaho mountains. And so it's just really light snow, less than 1/10 of an inch an hour. And this is the accumulated snowfall total expected. You can see it doesn't even reach half an inch for this 24-hour period, basically, through everywhere except maybe the Island Park area where it gets to around an inch, and then 1 to 2 inches here in the areas covering Targhee Pass and then over to the Tetons east of US 20. Here's the forecast for today's high. You can see we actually are going a little bit warmer for Pocatello. Doesn't look like the clouds will linger here as much as they have the past few days, and so we're looking for a high of 30 there. And Burley may actually get above freezing. And then the overnight lows, now that we've lost the cloud cover, they will be much lower than they've been. You can see single digits does return to the Arco Desert. And here's the horizontal weather depiction for day 2. That would be, of course, Sunday. can see we're definitely in control of high pressure. The nearest precipitation is over eastern Colorado. And so afternoon highs actually cool off a little bit. That's because we're looking for a return to stratus, and it takes energy to evaporate that stratus and fog. And so that takes a little bit off the temperatures in the Snake River Plain. But you can see Stanley is actually warmer than it will be today with a high of 39. And then the overnight with the clear skies, temperatures getting more widespread single digits. It does reach the northern end of the Snake River Plain, including Rexburg and Idaho Falls. And you can see the Fairfield area getting well below zero. And then here you can see the storm track. The next storm coming in is staying north of our area of responsibility, and the high pressure is in control. So once again, more fog. See temperatures here a little bit warmer, so that's mostly, I think, because we will start to see a switch to southerly wind ahead of that storm. And look at Stanley at 41 and Chalice at 42, basically being the hot spots for the areas we forecast. And then overnight lows, you can see it's not quite as cold, maybe a couple degrees warmer. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this telephone number here at 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.